Before you start watching this video, make sure you are already familiar with how to use this marker here, 의, pronounced as 에. For example, you could say something like 철수의 집, so 철수's house. And this 의 is actually known as the possessive marker because it shows possession of something. In this case, the 집, the house, is possessed by, well, 철수 possesses it, I should say. 철수 possesses, still sounds like ghosts. 철수's house. So it works kind of like an apostrophe S in English. So again, make sure you're familiar with this possessive marker before moving on. There is another possessive marker that is 네. Now, I'm not talking about yes, this one's different. This is a particle that shows possession kind of like this one, but it's different. So you could say 철수의 집, or you can say 철수네 집, and both can mean 철수's house. Okay, first of all, if you are interested in these sorts of topics, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Okay, let's get started. So what is this one? Well, this is known as the group possessive marker. Let's get a little bit more space here. Okay, so 네 literally means people of the same kind or people of the same class as whoever it comes after. So it essentially just makes the person or people it comes after into a plural. Now, there's another particle that kind of does that too, and that's 들. It's only used with people though. So if you're saying 철수, 철수네, so our friend 철수, 철수네 would be like saying 철수 and other people of the same kind or class as 철수. So you can think of 철수네 kind of like saying 철수들. But 들, instead of being multiple 철수, it's multiple people that are kind of like him in the same class or group or kind. Typically, that's going to be family. So people who are the same kind or same class as you are going to be your family. So 철수네 implies 철수 in them, those 철수 people, 철수's family. But now this doesn't only have to be used with talking about someone's family. It can also be other groups, as I'll show you soon. So 네 is used to show that whatever comes after it is owned by a group or some sort of organization. Now, this is different from 의, which simply shows that something is owned by someone, anyone, anything. And it's different than 들, which simply means that whatever noun comes before it is now plural. There are multiple of them. So 네 is specifically used to show that a group or organization or family owns something, or if that something is a part of that group or organization or family. So not something that simply one person owns, or that's a part of only one person. For example, if you were to say 철수의 모자, 철수's hat, you're saying that this hat is 철수's, that it only belongs to him. It's his hat. And you can change this. You could say 철수의 집, so 철수's house. Now that's 철수's house. He owns it, or maybe he's renting it. It's his. But if you use this, again, you're implying that 철수 owns the house or rents it. And this isn't wrong. I mean, if you visit 철수's house, yeah, it's 철수's house. If he owns it, if he's renting it, sure, it's his house. But again, this implies that he's either the owner or the renter of the house or something, that it's his house, and not just that he's a resident of the house, but it's his house. So in this case, 네 would be more appropriate. Now, it's not just 철수's house. He's living there. He's one of the residents, but it's probably his parents' house. So 철수네 means that 철수 is simply one of the residents or one of the members of the group or organization, or in this case, one of the family members who is in the house. So the house belongs not just to 철수, not just 철수의 집, but the house belongs to 철수 and that group of people that are the same kind or the same class. So 철수's family. So saying 철수네 집 would be like saying the house of 철수 and family. So again, 네 includes other people that are the same kind or class as that person that comes right before it. So then, when is this used? 네 tends to get used with some specific words a lot more than others. For example, 집 and other large things that aren't just owned by one person. So 학교, your school, obviously it's not your school, it's multiple people's school, or maybe a company, or maybe pets. All of these are examples where you're going to see 네 used often. So instead of saying 철수의 학교, because it's not really 철수's, you can say 철수네 학교. So it's used often with words that are owned by a group or an organization. For example, with pets, you could say 친구네 고양이. 친구네 고양이. You're not saying it's just that friend's pet. 친구네 고양이 would imply that it's the friend's family's cat. Although I should say something, don't use 네 with the pronoun I. So don't use it with the word 저 or 나. So don't say 저네 or 나네. Why? Well, there's already a word for we in Korean, and that's 우리. So if you want to say my school, you don't mean I own it. You wouldn't say 저의 학교 so much. You would say 우리 학교, 우리 집, like that. And for pets, actually the most common way to say my pet is to say 우리 집 pet. So our house, 고양이, 우리 집 고양이. That's how you would say our cat. Now, although you can't use it with I, you can use it with you. So 너네 would be like saying your family. And you could either say your family something or your family owns something, like that. Keep in mind though, 너 is not a polite word. It's only used in casual speech, so be careful about that, but it is used a lot. And another place you'll commonly see this used is with the words 얘, 걔, and 쟤, which normally mean this person, and that person over there. So this is kind of like to make them plural. So like 얘네, like these people here, this group, 걔네, those people over there, 쟤네, those people over there, like that. So again, this 네 is used for referring to a group of people. Often it's used to mean family, but it can also just be a group of people as well. So, did you already know how to use this particle? Where have you seen it? Please let me know in the comments. I do check all of those. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another episode. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.